Hello everyone, this is your host Amin. I hope you guys are doing great. So today we are doing a podcast here at Addenbrooke's Hospital, and I've got with me Junus, who's one of the stroke nurses here in stroke unit at Cambridge University Hospitals. Junus, thank you very much and welcome to my podcast.
My pleasure, bro.
It's my
Anything
first
for a
ever
friend.
podcast with someone,
Is it?
and you are the first guest appearance in
Wow.
it.
I hope that this podcast of yours will do lots of things, and especially to the people who are watching right now. Hope it does some wonders for you guys. Get some feedback from this. Hopefully it helps you.
So, Junus, would you please kindly tell us a bit about your beginnings, how you came into nursing?
Yeah. So nursing was not really my first love, because I don't know for you guys and for you. I mean, so I was still young. I was with my peers back then. I didn't really have a clear idea what I'm gonna take as my career. Initially, I thought of being an engineer because my mom's an engineer.
Oh, nice.
But she discouraged me to do so. She told me that my personality doesn't fit. I was so frustrated, but here comes my friends. Let's go take nursing. Okay, you know how young people are. Um, Back then I was kind of like that. Where your group is going, I'm going. So,
yeah, we are kind of
I
in
don't
the
know.
inner circle side.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
I took nursing in the end, and yeah, for the first time it wasn't really my love.
Mhm.
So until I went to my third year, third
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
because in the Philippines we have this college, Bachelor of Science, a bachelor degree of nursing.
Yeah.
So we take nursing for 4 years,
Yeah.
and yeah, so
I can totally relate to you what you are saying. Like
Yeah.
when we start nursing, the initial days are very tricky, and we're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
where do I belong to?
Mhm.
Do I really like it? Do I really want to do it? It's
Yeah.
quite up and down.
So they
you know?
say many are called, but few are chosen. So yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally relate to what
Yeah.
you're saying. So, when you graduated, how was the market like for a nurse, for a fresh
Oh.
graduate in the home country of
I
Philippines?
don't know if it's still the same right now, but
Mhm.
back then, I think it's still the same. But the market's really, for the opportunity to have a job to be landed as a nurse, it's really slim. So on top of that, competition is really tough. Employers would consider, of course, if you're coming from a good university,
Yeah.
that comes in place. Also, if you got back home, we got this. Sad to say, I don't know if it's still happening. Red tapes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So if you're not good in college or university, if you don't have a good school, it will be tough for you. And there's so many graduates each year, so it's really
It's a lot of
tough
so
country.
so you would like to conclude it's like a lot of nurses are producing each year,
Mm.
but in the job market there's not enough jobs for
yeah,
nurses.
it's like a supply and demand.
Supply and demand. So the supply is a lot, but demand
Demand is less,
less
really less.
for nurses.
Yeah.
Or okay. So you're saying that a lot of nurses don't get jobs or something in Philippines. It's that much of
Yeah.
nursing. That's pretty
Yeah.
good for a country, to be honest. It can be used
No,
very well for the patient
it's good.
ratios, isn't it?
It's good,
Yeah.
but the sad thing about it is that I'm
Pay
being
would be
honest
low.
here. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm being honest here. I'm spitting out
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the facts.
Okay.
So hospitals realize this huge influx of graduates each year.
Yeah.
They make it as a business.
Yeah.
Personally, this is my own
No, your
perspective.
yeah.
They make it as a business. Okay, let's make this opportunity of many graduates.
Yeah.
So what they do there, hospitals, they tend to offer this scheme of volunteering nurses. So as a new graduate, you'd be desperate to land any job, no matter if it's just a volunteer spot.
No
As
pay.
long as-
No pay.
No pay, but
It's
you're the one that
honorary.
needs to pay.
You pay for nursing.
You pay for it.
You pay to get work.
You pay, yeah.
Whoa.
Basically, you pay for the certificate. So at least you can present it if you plan to work abroad.
Oh right.
Yeah.
With no pay.
No pay, dude.
Oh bro.
If you're lucky,
Yeah.
during your period of volunteering,
Yeah.
they might see, okay, this one's good. They might hire you.
Yeah.
So, but again,
Yeah.
it's
And
like
how long it depends? A few weeks to a few months, or it can
mostly this
depend-
volunteer
Yeah.
period lasts at least 6 months.
At least 6 months.
Yes.
After graduation.
Yeah.
You guys get your nursing licenses right away when
No,
you
dude.
graduate?
Oh, good question.
Or you guys have that circle of going through internship and then getting it.
Back home, it would be after you successfully finish your bachelor's degree of nursing.
Yeah.
you need to qualify for the local board of registry for nursing.
All right.
Like here in the UK, we got the NMC. Back home, we got the
Yeah.
PRC. You need to pass the local board there. Again, it's really tough because you need to review. You need to prepare mentally. Your knowledge needs to be in top shape.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you need to review, and then the passing rate back then was really tough.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is the same as right now, but yeah, you need to prepare. And yeah, after getting your license there, then you can find for a job.
Right. So how was your first job back home?
First
how
job.
you got into it? Was it a
So,
struggle or?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure it should have been not easy, late, you know. Yeah.
I'm in question there because when I started, I went to that volunteering.
Yeah.
So 6 months, I was still,
You graduated 2009.
nine,
2009. Yeah,
Long-
yeah, a
long
bit
time
long
ago.
ago. Yeah, you're 5 years senior to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Right. You graduated 2009,
Nine.
and then you did for a few months of volunteering, and then
Yeah.
you got your first job.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I started my first volunteering, I was, I think I was just still, again, still the same, no direction, just hitting the first steps of nursing,
Going with the flow.
going with the flow.
In
That's
the
it.
deep tide of sea.
Oh yes, dude. Yeah, that's it. So just going with the flow, and yeah, finished my volunteering there and got to think, okay, I need to find a job
Yeah.
because I think this will be an excruciating pathway because
Yeah.
it takes long.
Yeah.
Because you need to have at least 2 years of experience. So up
2 years.
2 years.
Two?
Mm.
To fly abroad.
Mm.
To fly abroad.
Most of the Western countries or Gulf countries require at least 2 years.
2 years of experience.
So yeah, after that volunteering,
Yeah.
I went for successfully. I managed to pass an interview and got a job there at in a local town. It's a secondary hospital.
Yeah.
But yeah, I worked in an ICU setup.
Nice.
For
Should
5 years.
Yeah, and initially we are very passionate, so we are doing
Oh, yeah.
we're into learnings, and
Yeah.
we're like, I want to know this, I want to know
Yes,
that.
and that time I learned my
lot of
passion for
things.
nursing and my
Nursing.
love for nursing.
5 years ICU.
5 years.
Until 2014.
Yeah, 14.
And then 2014 onwards.
14 onwards, oh my god, I went to.
Then you kind of had a direction where you want to go. Or did
I
you
think
have-
I was burnt out, mate.
You're burnt out.
I was burnt out.
right?
To be honest,
Yeah.
there will come a time that
When
you'll
you're
have
like,
these periods.
That I want to give up. I want to
Yes,
quit.
did it happen to you?
Of course, mate. Many times. Many times.
Hopefully it
happens.
won't happen to your guests, but
Yeah,
eventually you will experience it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was burnt out, so I ventured out. I think it was
So did you took a pause, career pause, or
yeah, career pause.
pause for how long and what you did at that
I
time?
think it was 2 years, and
2 years.
I did a direct selling company.
Medication selling company.
No, not medications even. I think supplements.
Supplements.
Yeah, and
So-
other stuff like household goods.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Amway?
No, sorry.
It's
no.
an American company. It's a
Okay.
direct selling company. So
Okay.
yeah, I went to that experience,
Is it kind of were you a kind of a salesman or
Yes,
something?
yes.
Salesman.
but I'm not a good salesman. That's why but
you found out that you were not good at selling.
yeah, yeah.
So was it a business or were you hired as an employer for someone?
No, it's your own business, dude.
So where were you getting the supply from? It's kind of a trade that you were doing.
Yeah. So basically, you get the supply from the company, which is Amway.
Right.
You'll be up to you
Yeah.
who you're selling. But what I can appreciate with that company is that it's just not about selling.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to earn, you need to sell. But I'm
Yeah.
really good. I'm not really bad. Not really good
Good
with
with
selling.
selling.
I suck at selling.
You realized it during that 2 years.
Yes. But what I can appreciate with that company is the self growth.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Yeah.
I was able to handle teams there,
Right.
so I was able to package it when I work here.
Yeah. You
I
should
was-
have learned a lot of things, different perspective that you're missing in life. Isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah,
It would have
yeah.
redirected you to nursing.
Yeah,
You were like-
audience never take for granted
Yeah.
every learning in your life.
Yeah.
'Cause you never know, you might use it in your career.
In career, true.
Yeah.
True.
So that's it. And then I did the business thing,
Yeah.
and I'm away for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I was really getting good at it. That time I conquered my fear of
Yeah.
speaking in front of a big crowd.
Yeah.
So 2 years, and then got back to nursing because I always got a plan to work abroad.
Yeah. Yeah. Katarina,
Yeah.
how are you? You okay?
Hello, dear.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries. It's okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always got a plan to work abroad.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing that that business ownership in
Yeah.
Amway, and got back to nursing again.
Okay.
That's how I ended up in acute general ward, which
Okay.
helped me with my prioritizing skills.
prioritizing skills, and it polished you more better.
Oh yeah.
And you had a past 7 years of roaming around, and the initial
Mm.
learnings and things.
But it was
You're
never.
more mature to the role. You got more mature.
I think so, but the nursing skills wise, to tell you honestly, because I've been offered 2 years clinically,
Yeah.
I was really sloppy.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of time till you get
True,
there.
True. True.
Yeah.
True. So then 2016
16.
to 2019.
Yes.
3 years in that setting.
Yes.
And I reckon you flew in to UK in 2019.
19, yeah.
Right. So it was with English test that.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it-
That's
is
it.
it IELTS?
English
Is it
test, the brutal English test,
Test.
IELTS.
How was your journey for that?
Oh, I reviewed for at least a year, on and off.
On and off.
Yeah.
For
But-
English,
mm,
1 year. It
mm.
took you around 1 year.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, it takes a while though.
Yeah.
Okay.
At first, I was really daunted with just the thought of having IELTS in mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't think that will be it for me because in the first place, we're never a first English language speaking country.
Yeah, just like
Oh,
Pakistan.
yeah, right?
Yeah, I can totally relate
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've got a mindset that everything can be learned. That's how I always think of myself. Everything can be learned, no matter how sloppy you are.
Yeah.
So just take a lot of time if you put your effort into it
Right.
and your passion into it.
Right.
I've got this really good burning sensation that I want to pass this.
Yeah.
But I didn't pass it the first time. I took it twice. But
Yeah,
just so you
everybody
know.
does. So did I. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
But we always grind, right, Luke?
Yeah.
We grind.
to keep trying.
Yeah,
keep going
yeah.
back. Right.
This in my country,
Mm.
one of the tickets to work abroad, especially in the UK or States, will be IELTS.
Right.
Back then, it would be 7, all categories.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a bit harsh back times.
Oh yeah. Now they're more
A
lenient.
bit 6.5 in
Yes.
writing.
Yes.
And yeah.
Before it's brutal, but yeah, here we are. We got the. I mean, got.
So was UK? When did UK came to your mind? Like, was it?
Good stuff.
Were you looking from the beginning? Were you prioritizing across different countries?
Oh, thank you for that.
Because a lot of
yeah.
Filipinos go for. Sorry, I'm interrupting, but you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
mostly go for States or
Yeah, yes.
or
Yeah.
or Australia or New Zealand is.
That's
your
a good
target.
question, because initially before I took the exam IELTS, I always had a direction where I wanted to go to Ireland because we got a neighbor that she somehow gave an assurance that she will help me there because she's already stationed up there,
Yeah.
down there in Ireland.
In Ireland.
So that's why I took, by the way, IELTS because I want to go there in Ireland.
Yeah.
So 2 years validity IELTS, this one,
Yeah.
and I've already got an employer that time, an agency, I'd say, but it's nearing the end of my IELTS to be expired,
Right.
almost 2 years in,
Yeah.
and then I still get no employer.
You're still waiting and
I
you're
was
searching.
panicking.
Okay, so for Ireland, it's not like National Health Service. You have to find a private employer, or it's also NHS, but it's a different way of hunting. It's a
It's
long wait.
Yeah. So in Ireland, I don't know if I'm still
Yeah.
because I'm already my memory might be
It's
mistaken.
quite a long one for a while. for
Yeah.
you,
So in Ireland, IELTS is one of the requirements,
Yeah.
and another one would be the exam,
Yeah.
NMBI, National Midwifery Board
Right.
in Ireland. I think that's how it
Mhm.
means.
Yeah.
It means you cannot take the exam in the Philippines. You need to take it abroad in Ireland.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But you need to have an employer to
Bring you there.
Bring you there.
just like
sponsor
UK, just like
Yeah.
we fly in here to give the OSCE,
Yeah.
but we give English and CBT back home.
Back home.
Right.
It's a different pathway where
Right.
yeah, UK, you can take your CBT and stuff back home, and you can just find your employer later, right?
Yeah.
But in Ireland, you need to have an employer first before you can take their exam because
Yeah.
their exam is stationed in Ireland.
Right.
So here I am waiting for my employer to have feedback, but nearly 2 years in, I'm not panicking. So my IELTS will be expired, and you know how tough it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through that process again.
Right.
Here I am panicking. I went to before this happened, I went to Manila to have I was lined in for an interview. I was crushed with this experience. I went to that interview. Went there. I thought I had clearance. I was qualified for that interview because they told me so that you can pop in Manila
Right.
for that interview. But when I got there, because I have a tendency before the event, I'll go there a day ahead of time. It's a survey, so my mind will be set for that day in the interview. When I got there ahead of time, one day ahead, Got there to the hotel. I was dressing sharply, just to have an impression. But then my phone rang, ringing like stupidly, man. How many times? I answered it. It was the agency that was conducting the interview,
For
Ireland.
for Ireland.
So she broke out the news.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, sir. There is miscommunication. What? I was already feeling funny then.
All right.
She told me I was already there in Manila
Yeah.
on the hotel itself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you didn't qualify for the requirements.
Oh.
Well, that really broke me
So
down, dude.
shattering, yeah.
I broke down that
I
day.
can understand that.
I was so pissed. At the same
Yeah.
time, I was
Yeah.
crushed.
Yeah.
I went back to my hotel.
Right.
Where am I going?
Yeah.
You know? Where am I going?
World is shattering in front
Yeah.
of your eyes.
IELTS
you're like,
is
I don't
expiring.
Know. Yeah.
That's the only way I can land a job.
Yeah.
I was crushed.
Right.
I was desperate.
Mhm.
But I don't know, God gave me an instrument. My friend works in the UK.
In Cambridge University
Yeah,
Hospitals.
it was just randomly, dude. Yeah,
Randomly.
in
And
Cambridge.
from that news to your connection to CUH,
Mm.
how long was the time period? How long it took for you to
It was
get yourself interviewed?
less than a year.
Less than a
Yeah,
year.
less than a year.
Did you have to give IELTS again, or you
No.
used the same one?
So good
Okay,
question,
yeah.
because I was afraid I was gonna take the IELTS again,
Right.
but according to the agency for the UK this time,
Right.
not necessarily, because I just need to take the UK VI
Yeah.
just to top up the IELTS. You don't
Yeah.
need to score 7.777.
Yeah.
So I didn't prepare
Yeah.
sharply that time, just
Yeah.
to take the exam.
Yeah.
And that's it. I got the exam, but UK needs to have you to be working in progress still.
Right.
Your experience should be still up to date. Like
Right.
you need to, when you get to the interview or get the job, apply for that interview. You need to have an ongoing experience. So I worked back again in our hometown, a secondary hospital as general medicine nurse.
Nurse, and then you prepared. Your
Mm.
CV was already strong because you're working for nearly 8 to 10 years,
Yeah, roughly.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So, and how was the interview experience? Did you give your CUH interview back in Philippines?
Yes. So
And
it was a
events
virtual one.
Virtual one.
Yeah.
Right, right. It was not COVID era yet,
No,
right?
no,
it was
no,
pre-COVID,
no.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had a virtual one there,
Yeah.
and
Straightforward interview.
Straightforward,
Few
yeah.
questions, isn't it?
yeah, just
Yeah.
basic questions.
Basic questions.
What would you do? You need to prepare for. Just so you know, guys, I don't know if the questions have changed.
Mhm.
Storing CDs. That
Yeah.
was the question that was thrown into me.
Mhm.
How do you store CDs,
Mm.
and what would you do for like privacy stuff,
Right.
basic knowledge.
So, Junus, from your, hunting the job here at CUH, to
Mm.
flying in here
Mm.
and working up till now, how do you compare? How has been this experience like for you?
Wow. At first, to start with, because I've never worked in such it's like a university in Cambridge Hospital, Adam Brooks. Back home, I was only working in a secondary hospital, but this one is a university itself, dude. So when I started here, everything was so overwhelming for me. Lots of things to learn. Told to myself, can I do this? Can I do this? Because everything was, the pressure in the workplace, everything, homesickness. It's my first time working abroad.
Yeah.
So imagine that.
Yeah, and you never worked before you came anywhere else, like in Gulf or anything?
No.
You just went for. You told me that you went for Abu Dhabi, but
Yeah.
you never ever flew there to hunt either.
No,
You
yeah,
considered
exactly.
UK.
Yeah, I had a plan to work there,
Right,
but it never ended that
never
way.
went, right.
So it was my first time to work abroad, and then going battling homesickness.
in the initial days and months
Yeah,
and years.
it's rough. It's rough.
Right.
What really helped me was with homesickness.
Yeah.
I think it will help you. Hopefully, it will still help you.
Yeah.
But to me, I just thought to myself, okay, I need to accept this. I'm never gonna be going back to the Philippines again.
Yeah.
That's the thought that
Yeah.
I kept it into my mind. So at least I won't be missing home too much.
Okay.
But fortunately for us, we got internet these days.
Yeah.
We can call them
Call
anytime.
anytime, yeah. So apart from that, like in context of growth, your knowledge and skills, do you see any changes? Are you like happiness scale how it is when you're working as a nurse in Philippines to here?
Yeah,
Like personal, do you feel any changes?
absolutely. So I think the experience back home really helped me in a way of mastering my direct patient care.
Mm-hmm.
Direct patient care, and then showcasing it here.
Mm-hmm.
In here, it's another level, dude.
Yeah.
Your leadership skills and management skills will be tested here.
Right.
not just tested, you will really hone it.
Mhm.
So my first few days, I mean, couple of years here, I was going back to that feeling of, can I do this?
Mhm.
I just I a good thing about here is we got a really good support
Team,
system
yeah,
here. Yeah,
good multidisciplinary, integrated teams.
exactly. We got the senior nurses, we got the practice development nurses, which is really good for the starters. So all these factors come into play to help you in your growth. And also, don't be daunted with all these learnings here, no matter where you go, US or UK. Oh, I can understand there's too many things to learn, but think of it this way. You can never learn everything in just 1 year or 1 day. It's a process.
True.
Just accept it like
True.
one day at a time, one day at a
True,
time.
true, true.
So,
So how's UK life?
UK life, man, is I really appreciate it. Like life itself, socially.
Every aspect was.
Okay, so in the workplace, it helped me with my leadership skills, communicating skills. Because back home, it's sad because nurses are always treated like sideways. Here we're equals. You can
A
speak
lot
to the
of
doctors.
autonomy and dignity.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get to practice autonomy.
Yeah.
You get to practice your clinical skills, clinical judgment skills. That's the aspect of your career here
Yeah,
as a nurse. Externally, socially, in Cambridge at least, I like it. I like the city itself because I don't like big metropolitan cities like London. I like it like this Cambridge.
A
lot.
bit suburbs, a bit
Suburb,
of
suburb vibe. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, also to help me with to battle my homesickness, I talked to my family, and also I got to learn music. I learned to play how to play a I learned to
Right.
play a guitar here.
Right.
So that really helped me.
Yeah.
And I don't know about
do,
you.
are you happy to make this decision to fly in here, or you regret, or
Mm.
what are the positives?
At first it was like, yeah, I had a thinking of maybe going back home for good, but it normally gets into your mind like that. But as soon as you get settled, you'll be fine.
Right.
So I think it was in my second year that
Right.
I had my,
Mhm.
I was feeling comfortable already
Mhm.
in the workplace and externally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Any message that you would like to give to our viewers, for the nurses who are watching you all across the globe?
Oh, keep fighting the good fight, everyone. It's an exciting career taking on ahead. It won't be a sugar-coated journey. For sure, it will be filled with
Ups and
some
downs.
challenges,
Yeah.
ups and downs. But think of it as a journey. Don't think the destination. Think the journey itself. You'll find it so exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, and you'll get there. Just think of your goal each day, one day at a time. You'll be fine. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jonas, for being on the show and allowing this conversation to take place.
Anything, my friend.
Thank you very much. Cheers.